Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I am back at it. Yes, this is a makeup video, well, a makeup tutorial. And if you guys are interested in seeing how I achieve this look, then make sure you stay tuned and watch the rest of the video. Okay you guys, I am going to prime my eye with MAC's Studio Fix Concealer in the shade NW45. And I'm just going to apply that to my lid, and I'm going to blend it, bring it all the way up and kind of blend it with the brow bone highlight. And I'm just using this because it kind of neutralizes, in my opinion, it neutralizes my lid, and it just kind of makes for an easier transition between the lid and the brow bone highlight. It just gives a nice little smooth little canvas to start with. So that's why I do it. But of course, prime your eye however you feel necessary, or if there's a different method that you prefer, go with that. And next I am going to prime my lid with NYX Milk Jumbo Pencil eyeshadow. Well, NYX Jumbo Pencil in the shade Milk. And what you saw me pull out was a cosmetic spatula because I need to get a new pencil. So the actual product is like all the way down. So I got my little spatula and just kind of dug it out. And then I'm going to use a brush to apply it to my lid area. And you will see me move it up into the crease a bit. And that's just because I like to use this on all parts of the eye that I'll be applying shadow to, because it just helps all of the colors to pop. Right now we're back to normal speed. I am taking my Sonia Kashuk pointed blending brush, and I am going to use this to apply my transitional color, which will be MAC's Brown Script. And I'm going to apply it to the lowest point of my crease, which is gonna actually kind of be the lid as well. I'm not gonna go to the highest point of the crease. I'm just gonna keep it very low, and I actually end up getting product on the lid. That's just how low in the crease I'll be applying it. And yes, y'all, I can see now as I'm editing how jacked up my eyebrow hairs were. I don't know what they got going on. They're just kind of doing their own thing. I ran out of my pencil while I was in the beginning of starting my eyebrows. My twist up pencil ran out, so I had to go back and use my Anastasia Beverly Hills dip brow pomade, which I kind of stopped using that stuff because I just felt like it was easier and quicker, and it just less time, less energy was used when I just used my pencil. Look, I'm trying to clean them up. But yeah, they all over the place, and they're not very well blended in the beginning of the brows, so please pay that no mind. And now I'm just blending that color out, making sure that it's evenly distributed across my lid or across my whole entire eye in that crease area. And now I'm just wiping off my brush. When I finish with my brushes, especially if I'm going to be using several different colors, I like to go ahead and wipe them off, do a real quick wipe to just get off any little extra dust from the product. Wipe it off before I put it back down, because once I pick it up to use it again, I may forget that I didn't. I just like to go ahead and wipe it off just to be safe. So that is what I am doing. And now I'm just going back in and reapplying some more of the NYX Jumbo Pencil in the shade Milk to my eyelid, because when I added that brown script, it did get on top of it and kind of faded out. So I'm just going to add some more so that I make sure that my eyeshadows will pop on my lid and stay true to their original color. And now I'm using my medium shader brush from Sonia Kashuk, and I am going to apply MAC's Expensive Pink to the to a portion of my lid. It's gonna be pretty much the whole, well, not the whole way, about 3/4 of the way across the lid. I'm going to pack it on dry first, and I'm gonna go up into the crease area just a bit. I'm just gonna go up and cover the white base. I'm gonna make sure to cover that, and it is up in the crease. So you just want to take it a little bit above your crease. Or that's what I did. I guess it just kind of depends on the eye shape and the type of eye you have, and if you have like a hooded eye, or you know, if not, it just kind of depends on the type of eyes that you have, or it more so depends on your desire and what you want it to look like. So I decided to take it above my crease a bit. And next I am going to dip my brush back into that expensive pink and spray it with Fix Plus. This is just going to give it a little bit more of a dramatic effect, and it's just going to make it pop a little bit more. Now you can also use water or any makeup misting spray that you may have will work. Any kind of wet, either water or any kind of makeup mist would do the trick. And I'm just going to apply that back on top of what I already applied. And then, as you can see, I took it into my inner tear duct area, and I took it down a little bit on my lower lash line. And now I am using my Sonia Kashuk small shader brush, and I am going to dip it into this maroonish color, like a reddish brown almost. And this from my BH Cosmetics 120 color palette, the first edition. And I am going to place that in the outer V of my eye. And I'm just going to pack it on as intense as I possibly can. And now I'm starting to overlap it into that expensive pink to try and create a nice blended ombre effect. Next, I am taking that medium shader brush and I'm just dipping it back into the expensive pink, and I'm just gonna go back in and, you know, kind of touch the area up. And I'll just continue to touch the area up from the expensive pink, and then that darker maroonish burgundy color. I'll just keep touching them up and overlapping each of the colors until they're, you know, until I get the look that I'm going for. And that's probably what you would do when you're trying to recreate the look. You'll just keep having to go back and kind of touch it up, because, you know, sometimes when you add different colors, it kind of fades out what you already had applied. And so now I am going back into, well, now I'm getting ready to apply my brow bone highlight, and that is the eyeshadow, a Wet n Wild single eyeshadow in the shade Brulee or Brulee. I think it's Creme Brulee. And of course, as usual, I'll have all the products I use in this video listed down in the description box. And next I am taking a clean blending brush, and I'm just going to go in and blend the area, the little transitional area, the brow bone highlight and my transition color, just kind of make sure there's no harsh lines. And next I am taking my MAC 217 brush. I'm going into my BH Cosmetic Party Girl palette, and I am going to get that reddish brown that's on the second row in between the two pink colors. And I'm just going to, I just tap the top tip of my brush in it very lightly, just getting very little product, and I'm just going to kind of pack that into my crease area just to provide a little bit more definition to that area. And just lightly making little flat circular motions with the brush in the way that I'm applying it into my crease area. I'm taking a clean blending brush, and I'm going back into that inner tear duct area, and I'm going to blend out that color, just kind of moving the shadow almost and just kind of pulling it up a bit. Next, I am taking my Sonia Kashuk pencil brush. I dipped it in a matte black eyeshadow, and I'm going to apply that to my waterline. And next I am going to dip that same brush, after I wiped it off of course, I'm going to dip that same brush back into MAC's Expensive Pink Dry, and I'm going to apply that to my lower lash line about halfway. And then I'll go back and dip my brush in it again and spray it with Fix Plus, and then reapply on top of that. And next I'm going to go back into that darker color and dip my clean brush in it, and I'm going to apply it to the remainder of my lower lash line, and then I'll spray it and reapply again. And next I'm moving on to the face. I am going to color correct. I'm using my Orange Matte Corrector and just a little cosmetic sponge that I got from, I think, like TJ Maxx, and I wet it, and I'm just, or no, I think I did this part dry. That's my daughter at the door. But I'm applying it to the darker areas of my face, and I'm just applying it kind of pretty lightly. I'm not using a whole lot because you want to be careful, because if you use too much orange, it'll just be orange on your face and it'll show through your foundation and you'll be looking like a Oompa Loompa. So you just want to be really light-handed with it and hit all of your places that you feel are like darker areas of your face. And I did speed it up a little bit, and I'm not going to show completely because it'll just make this video extremely long, but I'm just showing you, you know, you'll see a bit of me correcting. Next, I am going to apply my foundation, which is MAC Studio Fix Fluid, and I am spritzing my brush with Fix Plus. When you dampen your brush, it keeps the brush from absorbing all of the product. That way it doesn't get caught in the brush and then end up going down the sink when you wash it instead of going on your face when you're applying it. So try that trick out if you haven't. And that is me looking off to the side. My daughter is at the door. The door to our office is like a see-through kind of deal. You can see straight through it, and so when she finds out that I'm in here recording, she comes and is like begging at the door. So that was her. And next I am adding my concealer. I am using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn, and I am just putting it in the areas I want to be highlighted. And I can't believe how rude I am sitting up there chomping on that gum. I don't chew gum with my mouth open when I'm around other people, but I'm sitting up in here I guess I just got so caught up in the music I forgot that I was recording chewing gum with my mouth wide open. So please forgive me for that, because I was giving that gum the business. And I am taking my E.L.F. Flawless Concealer brush and just blending that bottom portion in. I like this brush because it's pretty good with blending. Sometimes I think it just blends it like flawlessly, like it's supposed to. But I'm just blending that in, and I gotta be honest, the lighting is still a challenge for me. Like I had my lights, and then I was sitting in front of the window, and it's still just the light. It's still very dark. So it's still a work in progress. This is kind of why I was recording in my bedroom, because the lighting seemed to be a little bit better, but I'm just gonna still have to tinker around with it and experiment until I get it just right. And I'm just taking my sponge and just blending everything out. And next I am going to do my contour. I am using my Black Radiance pressed powder in the shade Rich Mahgony as usual. And I am using my Zoeva Face Shaper brush. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I have it listed below. But I'm using this brush to apply my contour to the areas of my face that I just want to try and chisel my face a tidbit. So yes, that is what I'm doing. And oh yes, don't think I forgot. If you guys have not already, please click the subscribe button, rate, and comment below. And you can also go check me out on my social media pages, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And of course, as usual, they are all Make Beauty the number 4 EVA. And now I'm just going to add my Bennye powders in Banana and Topaz, and I'm going to add it to the places that I highlighted with my concealer. And then I'll go back in once I'm done doing this, and I'll go in and blend it all out, because I know right now I'm just looking straight up crazy. But I'm going to go in and add in the Topaz powder to kind of calm down the yellow banana powder, because sometimes on us dark skinned lovelies, sometimes it's a little overbearing and a little harsh, and sometimes it can leave like a ashy white ghostly cast in flash photography. So that's why I add the Topaz to it, to just kind of tame it a little bit. And I do want to add that I kind of edited it out, but after I blended out my powders, the banana powder and the Topaz powder, I did go back and kind of like touch up my contours that I did like around the edges of my face. I did go back and kind of touch that up with the Black Radiance powder. And next, I am going to add my blush from my Beauty Treats matte blush palette. It's this little orange color, and I'm going to pop it on my cheeks. And I also used another blush. I used my regular Black Radiance blush in the shade Plum Sorbet, and I went and added that in between the contour line and the orange blush to try and warm the cheeks up a bit. And then I'm going to go in with my E.L.F blush in the shade Gotta Glow, and I am going to just use just a little bit and put it above the orange blush. It's just gonna kind of provide a little bit of a highlighted glow to my face, and I put it a little bit down the bridge of my nose and in my cupid's bow area and in my inner tear duct area. And around that cupid's bow area, I should have went and blended it in a little bit more. And next, I'm just blending it out with my sponge, and I am going to apply my lipstick, which is MAC's Vegas Vault. and I'm just generously applying it. Well, I was building it. I started off really light and just continued to build it. I want it to be like a soft kind of coral, not an overpowering orange. So I built the coverage with this lipstick. And I lined my lips with 2 different liners. I used Nude Truffle on the kind of on the inner line of my lips, and then I use Cappuccino on the outer line. And these are both NYX lip pencils. And there you go. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to rate, comment, and or subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, you guys be beautiful.